Everyone. I hope you had an amazing holiday. I just wanted to give a little bit more time for people to join us. I know this is a week that people tend to be disconnected from their working world, so I wanted to give a little bit of extra time. While we're waiting, if you're watching this live or even on replay, if you could comment where you're from and the name of your business. It helps give this video some traction so others can see it and benefit from the information as well. All right, so let's get started. My name is Katie Brelsford. I am the president and CEO of KB Accounting. I have my master's, my MBA with a concentration in accounting, and I've been in the field for over 13 years. Today, I would like to talk to you guys about how precious time is, especially for you mission-based businesses. And I wanted to give you some suggestions on how to free up some of your time. So the first thing is you can automate some of your routine tasks. By implementing an accounting software that automates repetitive tasks like invoicing, payroll, expense tracking, things like that, you will significantly reduce the amount of manual data entry that you're doing, and you can streamline a lot of your processes. Some of the tools would be like QuickBooks or Xero. QuickBooks Online does it very well, but I'm sure your accounting software can do it as well. Number two would be to outsource some of your non-core functions. Consider outsourcing some of your non-core functions like payroll processing, bookkeeping, tax preparations to a specialized firm. This will free up internal resources for more critical mission-based focused activities. There's small payroll companies near you. There's bigger ones like ADP, things like that. ADP could take on your HR, your payroll, all of that. You could outsource all of it. There's bookkeeping firms like mine everywhere. In tax preparations, a lot of the bookkeeping firms will work hand in hand with a lot of the local CPAs so that you will get more seamless transactions from one to the other. And it's less time on your end because a lot of the CPAs will then in turn ask the bookkeeper rather than bothering you with the questions that the bookkeeper can answer, like giving them invoices or saying what this bill was for, things like that. Number three, streamline reporting. Develop concise, relevant reports tailored to the business's mission goals. You can utilize dashboards and customized reporting tools to provide quick insights without spending excessive time on data gathering and analysis. That will help not only save you time in gathering the information, but it'll also save you time because it'll help you be able to create your processes better because you'll know where you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. Optimize meetings. Christmas has just passed as Hanukkah and Kwanzaa is going on right now. How many of us have seen the ads that says this meeting could have been an email on mugs and t-shirts and other things? How many of us get irritated at meetings for meeting's sakes? So a good way to help with that is to encourage efficient meeting practices, such as setting clear agendas, time limits, and follow-ups. You need to emphasize the importance of focused discussions to avoid wasting time on crazy topics. So, sorry, I have a smartwatch on and it keeps going on. I'm going to take that off so that I don't keep getting distracted. Number five, invest in training. Provide your staff with training sessions or workshops focused on productivity tools or time management techniques. This upfront investment can yield significant results in time savings in the long run. There are a lot of people who were never taught time management skills. There were a lot of people who were taught time management skills, but never learned how to implement them correctly. So that is such a great training to offer, and you can find them pretty inexpensive. Number 6, prioritize your tasks strategically. You need to identify high impact activities that are aligned with your mission. And you need to emphasize prioritizing them to ensure that your time is spent on tasks that contribute the most to the company's goals. You do not need to be worrying about what kind of paper to order. You don't. You need to delegate that to someone else, which I'm sure delegation is another number on my list. And you need to believe that they're handling that well. So you need to look at your tasks and prioritize them based on the biggest bang your company is going to get for your time. Remember, your time is money for your agency. So number 6, encourage remote work and flexibility. This is a tough one. Since COVID, we've all gotten better at remote working, but there's still some people that have been burned by it. And you have to figure out how to manage it effectively. But enabling a flexible working arrangement can boost productivity, and remote work options can reduce the commuting time and provide a more conductive environment or focused. Sorry, my notes are falling. You're more focused on your work without the commute is where I was going. The thing is I believe that being in the office is essential too, because that is team building. So I think that a hybrid environment is the perfect environment, allowing some work from home days and some in office days, whether they're structured in all work from home this day, all work in the office this day, or vice versa, or half days in the office and half days at home, or however it is you want to structure it. I can't emphasize enough how important face-to-face time is too. But working from home, we all found that we got a lot more done during our time at home than we would have in the office. And we all felt guilty because we would finish our work earlier in the day. There's something to be said for having that time without your interruptions of people coming to your door or whatever. Number 8, I knew this was on the list. Delegate responsibly. Can't be because I wrote the list, right? So delegating tasks effectively among your team members ensures that everyone is working on tasks that match their expertise and contributes to the business's objectives. Delegation is hard, and it's not something we're ever taught, and it's not something that comes naturally. More so for older generations than for newer generations, I think. Us older generations were taught if you want something done correctly, you do it yourself. And that's not the case. If you want something done well, you teach somebody to do it correctly. I think it's important. I have struggled with this myself. I've gotten so much better over the years. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to let go of the control. But you hire people for a reason, and you need to trust them. And you need to play their strengths as well as you play your own. If you have a staff who's in accounting, who's great with computers, and you don't have an IT team, why don't you have that person be the go-to person for your outsourced IT management? Then you have somebody talking the language to somebody in your office that talks the language, and it makes things go so much better. And it takes it off your plate. Number 9, implement time tracking tools. Use tools like Toggle or Harvest to track time spent on various tasks. This helps identify areas where time might be unnecessarily allocated and allows for better resource allocation. Some of us already use time management systems so that we are tracking our time for billing. But this isn't a bad thing to then find out not only what client they're working on, but what they're doing for that client during that time. You may be able to show them a better or more effective way of doing it, and it will help your team earn back some hours, and it'll help with you feeling better delegating because you're not feeling like you're overworking your staff. Number 10, regularly review and refine your processes. You have to have a culture that of a continuous improvement. It's just key to everything. By that, I mean you regularly review your processes and you solicit feedback from your employees on time-consuming tasks, and you seek ways to streamline or eliminate unnecessary steps. Just because it was always done that way doesn't mean it has to always be done that way. There are 99% of the time a different way to look at it, and listening to your staff can help streamline things so much better. Please remember that these are suggestions and can vary based on your specific needs and nature of your business. So always consider tailoring these strategies to fit your unique mission and circumstances. And if you don't have a team to help you with this, please reach out to me or anyone on my team, or you can even comment below that says, comment the word expert, or send us a private message and one of us will reach out to you to see how we can help you. As always, if you know someone that may need to hear this, please tag them below or share the video with them. Let's help get this information out to as many people as we can so that we can all benefit from it. I hope you have a relaxing week before the new year, and I hope you have a great new year. I will see you next week.